Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So we will speak about another great Acharya whose teachings are even often spoken by our Gaudiya Acharyas also. That is Vedanta Deshikan. So he is very dear devotee of Lord Namparamal. Namparamal used to often speak with Vedanta Deshikan. So in Sri Rangam we can see the house of Vedanta Deshikan, also the temple of Vedanta Deshikan. So in the north gate, means near to the opposite to Lakshmi Devi temple, there is a small temple for Vedanta Deshikan. So this Vedanta Deshikan, if you enter inside the temple, we can see the deity of Vedanta Deshikan and his favorite deity is Hayagriva. Also we can see near to him. So, and there are so many pastimes connected to Vedanta Deshikan and Ranganath. So we will discuss few pastimes from his life of Vedanta Deshikan. So last time we discussed about how Vedanta Deshikan he glorified the Ranganath's Paduka, the footprints of the sandals of Ranganath in 1000 verses. Paduka Sahasram it is called as. So this Vedanta Deshikan, he was born in a village near to Kanchipuram called Tuppul Gramam. So this Vedanta Deshikan's parents, they went to Tirupati Balaji because they don't have child. So in order to get a offspring, they went and prayed to Lord Balaji. Oh Balaji, kindly give us a child, like that. They prayed and they stayed in that night in Tirupati only. No, those days devotees, they go to one holy place, they don't go so quickly. They will stay there for many days because they have to walk on those days. So once they go, they will stay at least 3 months, 4 months they stay. Just like we hear in Chaitanya Charitamrita, how the devotees of Bengal, they come to the Jagannath Puri and they will stay for the 4 months. Then they will go back after 4 months, after rainy season. So similarly, so the Vedanta Deshikan's parents, they went to Tirumala Hills and they stayed there. Then one night, because they are deeply praying to get a child, get a son. So due to their they are very great sincere devotees. When they prayed, then one night in a dream, Lord Balaji came and Balaji gave his bell, his ringing bell to that Mataji and told, you swallow it off. In the dream Balaji told like that. Then in the dream only that Mataji, she just swallowed the bell of Balaji. Then suddenly she wake up from his dream and she told to her husband that I got a dream like that. And that Balaji came and gave me the bell and asked me to swallow. I swallowed it off like that. Then something Balaji is instructing something, saying this, that both of them, they took bath and they immediately went to the Balaji's temple for morning darshan. Then the Pujari gave them Charanamrita, Prasada, Tirtha, everything. And finally, the Pujari asked, oh, you want to say something? Then Pujari told, actually, the bell was missing in the Balaji temple. So morning onwards, we are searching for the bell. The bell was missing in the temple. Then this Mataji told, yes, Swamiji, I got a dream also like that. That Balaji gave me the bell to swallow. I swallowed it off, like that she told. Then the Pujari told, oh, that is a very auspicious sign. So very soon, a great son is going to take birth in your womb. He is the eternal associate of the Lord. So he is the Ganda Avatara. Ganda means the bell. So the bell, personally incarnation of Lord Balaji's bell, he is going to appear in your womb, like that. So soon after that, the Vedanta Deshikan was born in Kanchipuram. He was from the childhood, he was so intelligent, so smart also. Very easily you could learn all the shastras. He's a Shrudhidhara. So when he was 5 years old only, he could, he was taken to the Gurukul. Then he was, when the Gurukula teacher seeing him, his effulgence, his stages, he just stopped his class and he went to hug him. So then the teacher, he forgot where he stopped the class. Then Vedanta Deshikan, he started, no, you stopped from this word. Vedanta Deshikan told, from this word you stopped, like that. So this way the child is so smart from the childhood. So in this way he joined in his Gurukul. So actually his mother was a granddaughter of Kidambi Achan. Kidambi Achan, he was the cook for Ramanujacharya. So Kidambi Appullar, another one Acharya with him, he was learning all the Shastras. He was like his uncle. From him, he accepted initiation from him. He was learning Shastras from him. So in that way, when he became 7 years only, he learned most of the Shastras. When he became 20 years old, he became very expert in not only the literatures, he also expert in mathematical and sculpting. So many things. He's like a scientifically he is expert. He wrote a book called Bhu Kola Nirnaya. So many things he was. So many arts he is expert. So, but he was so humble person, so simple person. So he was told by his guru to go and Guru gave a mantra of Garuda. So he went to a place called Tiruvahindrapuram. There he chanted the Garuda mantra. Today is the Garuda Panjami day today. So in that auspicious day he started chanting the mantra of Garuda. And then finally he has chanted for so many thousand times. Then Garuda personally appeared in front of him. You know, the Garuda is the Veda Surubi. The Vedas are in the personification in Garuda. So Garuda gave another one mantra, that is the mantra of Hayagriva. Then he worshipped with that mantra, he chanted that mantra of Hayagriva. Hayagriva is the personification of all knowledge, you know. So all knowledge and education and all the Vidya is given by Hayagriva, then Saraswati, like that. So he worshipped Hayagriva so much. Then in this way Hayagriva personally came and instructed him. He personally blessed him. So it is said when Vedanta Deshikan spoke, from the mouth the Hayagriva is to stay in his tongue. So he could, whatever he could easily, he could create poems, Shastra, write like that. That's why in one night he glorify in 1000 verses about the glorification of Ranganathji's sandals, Paduka. That's called as Paduka Sahasram. But he was so humble and so detached. He was not at all attached of this material wealth. So there was some he got married and he used to live a very simple life. Just he used to go some house and do some madhukari, some begging alms, and whatever he get, he just satisfied with that. Remaining time he spent in chanting the holy names, also reading the Shastras. In that way he spent his time. So knowing that he was not at all earning any wealth, so he had many disciples also. So the disciples, they want to give some comforts, they want to give some wealth to Vedanta Deshikan. So what they did, when Vedanta Deshikan went for begging alms, so through some of his disciples, they collected so much of gold, diamonds and rubies, emerald, these stones, they secretly put it in the rice bag of Vedanta Deshikan. So Vedanta Deshikan brought all those rice bag and he handed over to his wife for cooking. So she just cleaned the rice. When she started to clean, she seen the rice is filled with so many diamonds, rubies, emeralds, so many stones. So and so many gold also, so much gold also. So she also so much detached lady. She also so much attached to serving the Lord. They felt like diamond and stone like a waste garbage. So she took so much time to clean the rice. So Vedanta Deshikan came in the afternoon for the lunch prasadam. He asked whether the prasad is ready. Then the wife told, no, there were too many stones on the rice. So it took so much time to clean. There are too much of worms are there. Which worms? Then the Deshikan's wife, she told which are thrown away already, so much of gold and diamond and all this thing. Then Vedanta Deshikan told, these insects, these worms are so dangerous. If these worms will come and started to cover your rings, then it will cover your, like a bangle, it will cover your hands, then it will finally came into your neck and it will tighten your neck and it will kill you. Therefore better throw it away now only. So in this way, the husband and wife, both of them were totally detached. So they never accept any high riches or wealth or anything. So they just throwed all those gold and wealth and everything. And those days, no, just like nowadays we have cars. Those days they don't have cars. They have only pallakins. Those rich people, they will go in a pallakin or in a horse carts. But Vedanta Deshikan, he never even used any pallakin or any horse carts, and he used to walk wherever he want to go. Very simple life he used to live. But he was very learned person. So knowing him to be very detached and poor person, one king invited him to come and stay in his palace and enjoy the opulence. So Vedanta Deshikan, he rejected that. So that wealth will not give happiness to me. The service of the Lord will give pleasure to me. Saying that, he rejected the offer. He never went to the king. So king thought like as if he felt like ashamed. He felt like insulted. So the king was very angry with Vedanta Deshikan. So king, what he did, one day one brahmachari came, and the brahmachari was asking for some money. Those days, if the brahmacharis want to get married, the brahmachari will go to some king, the king or some rich person will give money to the brahmachari, then he will go and get married. So this brahmachari went and asked to the king for some wealth. So the king told, you go to Kanchipuram, there is a person called Vedanta Deshikan, he is more richer than me, you go and ask, he will give you. Actually the king want to insult Vedanta Deshikan, because the king knows that Vedanta Deshikan is a very poor person, he doesn't have anything. But if he go and ask, he will not be able to give anything. So king want to insult him. So this brahmachari went to Vedanta Deshikan's house and requested that king send me, that you have so much wealth itself, kindly give some wealth. Vedanta Deshikan, he understood the mind of that king. He just smiled and he told, oh my dear brahmachari, please come with me. Then Vedanta Deshikan took him to the temple of Kanchi Varadaraj. And there is a Lakshmi Devi known as Perindevi Tayar. And in front of that Lakshmi Devi, Vedanta Deshikan, he sang a song called Sri Stuti. That's a very wonderful literature glorifying Lakshmi Devi. When he sang very beautifully glorifying the Sri Stuti, Lakshmi Devi became very pleased with her prayers. So from the Lakshmi Devi's right hand, the gold coin started falling like a rain. So much of gold coins came. It's like a mountain of gold coins. Then after he finished the song, the gold coin stopped. So it was a pile of gold coin. Then Vedanta Deshikan, he never took one gold coin from that. He told this brahmachari, okay my dear brahmachari, you take all this gold coin and you get married. So in this way that brahmachari got so much of gold coin which the king cannot give. Such a riches he got just by Vedanta Deshikan's one prayer to Lakshmi Devi. The king got astonished to see the real spiritual opulence of the devotee. So another day, Vedanta Deshikan was, because he is so humble person, he was walking in the street. So some of them are very envy of him, because he is all rich, all very learned person, but so remaining so humble. So people are naturally becoming envious of him. So one of the envious person, he told one snake charmer and sent one big powerful venomous snake to kill Vedanta Deshikan. So Vedanta Deshikan was walking on the street. The snake came suddenly in front of him, sent by the snake charmer. So Vedanta Deshikan, he just stopped there and he put one line in front of that snake and he chanted one sloga called Garuda Dandaka. Garuda Dandaka, just prayed to the Garuda. And he recited one particular song called Garuda Dandaka, which is very famous. It is said if you chant this Garuda Dandaka, you will be free from the fear and the attack of the snake. When he chanted this Garuda Dandaka, suddenly a Garuda bird appeared there and the Garuda started chasing the snake. Then the snake was chasing this person who sent the snake. So in this way, Vedanta Deshikan was protected by the Garuda. So therefore, that Garuda Dandaka, that was appeared. Because of he chanted the Sri Lakshmi Devi, that Sri Sudhi, that prayers came. So now the Garuda Dandaka prayers came. In that way, he made many prayers, many literatures he wrote. And among them, the famous was the Paduka Sahasram. He wrote some literatures in Tamil. He wrote about Krishna's particular glorifies Krishna and Radharani, Yadava Vijayam, something, so many books he wrote in Sri Rangam. So he in this way he spent a lot of time in Sri Rangam. So he used to have a deity of Hayagriva. That Hayagriva deity which is given by Sripada, actually the deity was originally given by Mother Saraswati to Ramanujacharya. So in the disciplic succession, that deity finally it came to Hayagriva, this Vedanta Deshika, very small deity. So wherever Vedanta Deshikan used to go, he used to carry the deity with him. He used to do some small offering, whatever he have to the Hayagriva. Hayagriva was very happy to accept the offering of Vedanta Deshika. He used to accept that offering. So one day Vedanta Deshikan was walking in the streets he was walking from Karnataka to Sri Rangam. So on the way in a forest area, he didn't get anything, any fruits or nuts, anything to offer to his deity Hayagriva. So he just find one small hut, one small house of some farmer. He just stayed there in that house, keeping his Hayagriva, because those days, as we already told, those people, everybody used to have a veranda, open veranda, for those who are walking in the night time. If they want to stay, they can stay. The people are so much, they are selfless people. They are in the service motivation. Everybody used to construct a veranda in front of their house, so that the people, those who are walkers, they can come and stay in the night. They will keep water also. So in that way, Vedanta Deshikan, he stayed in that house. He drank some water. So he just offered some water to his Hayagriva deity and he slept off. So that time, the Hayagriva, the deity Hayagriva is, the horse incarnation of the Lord. The Hayagriva became so hungry, the deity form only, he appeared as a beautiful white horse. And there, that farmer, he used to keep so many groundnuts, because that is a groundnut field. So there was so much groundnuts was there. So Hayagriva became so hungry, he ate all those groundnuts, some of the groundnuts. The next day morning, then Vedanta Deshikan, he went to the Kaveri river to take bath. Then he took bath and he came back. This landlord, he seen most of his groundnuts was eaten by the horse. Horse means Hayagriva. Then that landlord, he came and told to Vedanta Deshikan, "Oh Swamiji, look at your horse that has eaten all my groundnuts." He was lamenting for that. Then Vedanta Deshikan, he said, "Okay, sorry, may the Lord bless you." Saying that, he took the Hayagriva deity and he walked off from that place. He just, when Vedanta Deshikan walked for a few steps, then suddenly, how much ever groundnuts are eaten by the Hayagriva, that much groundnuts that was turned into gold. So this landlord, he became so happy to see so much of golden groundnuts. He just running behind Vedanta Deshikan, "Swamiji, please ask your Hayagriva to eat, please ask your horse to eat some more of my groundnuts. Please ask him to eat some more of my groundnuts." Vedanta Deshikan smiled, and that is enough, saying that he just left that place itself. So in that way, Vedanta Deshikan has many pastimes. So that Acharya, he also stayed in Sri Rangam and he did lot of seva to Sri Rangam. So one day, knowing his great knowledge in the Shastra and this thing, Ranganathji gave him the name Vedanta Acharya. Vedanta Acharya. Previously his name was, his parents gave him the name Venkatanatha, because Balaji's mercy was born. Therefore his name was Venkatanatha. Later that Venkatanatha name was eclipsed by the names and the titles given by the different deities. The Vedanta Deshika name also given by Namparmal, and Vedanta Acharya name also given by Namparmal. Then Ranganathji gave this beautiful title when he came to the Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi, she Ranganayaki, she also gave the title Sarva Tandra Swadandra. So you are Lakshmi Devi, she out of her mercy, she gave this title. Because he knows the art of everything. He knows how to construct, how to build a building, so many things, how to sculpt, everything he knows. So one day there was that Mestri, the person who works with construction. That Mestri, he was challenging Vedanta Deshikan in Tiruvahindrapuram that there were no any proper bricks were not there for constructing a well. So he told he could not construct. He was challenging mood. Then Vedanta Deshikan, with all the broken bricks, he did a very wonderful construction. Still now if you go to Tiruvahindrapuram, we can see that well, which was very specially constructed by Vedanta Deshikan in that challenge. And another day, one sculpturer, he want to just challenge with Vedanta Deshikan, and he brought some platform to create one. He asked him to make a deity out of Panchaloga. Panchaloga means 5 metals. So Vedanta Deshikan, he created a beautiful deity, and he pointed out that metal what he brought, in that some mistake also. So in this way he was very expert in so many things. In mathematical also he showed some special mystics. He showed so many stories are there about Vedanta Deshika. Therefore Lakshmi Devi Ranganayaki, she gave him the name Sarvatandra Swatandra, like that. But although he has so much knowledge, so much ability to do so many things, but he was so humble, so simple he was. So one day Vedanta Deshikan's wife, she was going to fetch water in a common well. Those days in villages there used to be common well where all the devotees, all the people will go and fetch water. So this Mataji, so many other ladies were watching Vedanta Deshikan's wife. Although she was a very beautiful young lady, she doesn't have any jewels in her body, because they are totally detached person, Vedanta Deshikan and his wife. So all the other Matajis, they were all criticizing. See, look at this lady, look at this Vedanta Deshikan, she doesn't have even a small chain hair, not even a earring, not even a nose ring, like that. They were criticizing. So she came and told to her husband Vedanta Deshikan, Swamiji, that all these people are criticizing me like that. Then Vedanta Deshikan just smiled and told, don't worry, for us our wealth is Ranganath and Ranganayaki. Tomorrow when you go to fetch the water, you just chant this Sri Stuti Mala. Just chant these prayers and go. So next day when she went to fetch water, she was chanting that Sri Stuti prayers. When she chanted that Sri Stuti prayers, suddenly her whole body, the others could see, as she was wearing full of diamond necklace, golden diamond and different ruby and very costly jewels she was wearing. She could not feel, but others could see. Everyone is exclaiming, "Are, yesterday she doesn't have anything. From where did she get that diamond necklace? Look at her bangle. Look at her beautiful garland." Everyone is exclaiming, seeing her different jewels. So that was the power of the devotion of Vedanta Deshikan. So in this way, he had a very wonderful pastimes in Srirangam. And finally, there are thousands of stories of Vedanta Deshikan. We know only very little bit about him. So Vedanta Deshikan finally, when the Mughals attacked Srirangam, at that time he is also one of the main person to construct a wall in front of the main Ranganaji deity. And he, that time one great devotee called Sudarshana Acharya something, his 2 sons were there, 2 sons, and all the great literature, Vedanta Deshikan is the one protected. When Muslims came, they killed 12,000 Vaishnavas. So there were so much of dead bodies were there. Along with the dead bodies, Vedanta Deshikan and the sons of that, the great Acharya's 2 sons, and with all the literature, Vedanta Deshikan also, he lay down as if a dead body, acted like a dead person. Then he took all those literatures and he went to Satyamangalam, a place near to Karnataka and Coimbatore. So in that way he walked all the way in the forest he went to Melukote. He stayed many years in Melukote. Later, with the help of the Senji kings Goppanaraya, when Ranganaji Namperumal deity, when he came back to Srirangam, that time in his 100 years old, Vedanta Deshikan also came to Srirangam and he opened the stone walls of Ranganaji itself. It is said when Vedanta Deshikan opened the walls of Ranganaji, he could feel as if the deity was just worshipped. Some demigods might be worshipping the Ranganaji. All the vessels are just cleaned like a fresh thing. Like that Vedanta Deshikan felt himself. So still now in the north Uttara street, we can see the house in which Vedanta Deshikan stayed. There's a board written Vedanta Acharya Tirumaligai, like that it is written. So in that house we can see on Kurma Asan. Kurma means one day Vedanta Deshikan was staying in a place called Satyagala near to Mysore. There his ashram is there on the banks of Kaveri. So one day when he was standing near to the Kaveri river, one Kurma came. That actually Kurma Avatara came and he asked the Vedanta Desikan to sit on him and perform his chanting. Then when he sat there, suddenly it became an asana. That asana that he brought to Sri Rangam itself. So that Kurma asana still it is there in the Vedanta Desikan's house. Shri Vedanta Desikan Swami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.